We're gonna skip on one foot and we're gonna skip on the other foot. We're gonna skip on this foot, we're gonna skip on the other foot. Oh, it's here! It's the time! It's the day of the week! It's professional child time, you sexy bastards! Oh. Where's Ivy? No. This isn't gonna be a prank! This ain't fucking Roman Atwood's house! We're not doing shit like that. Where's Ivy? It's okay, she's fine. She was just, should I explain? Do you want to explain? It's okay. She's on her, it occurs when... Oh, now it feels like a podcast. Now we're here with... how you doing, Ivy? How you doing? Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Okay, alright, stop. We have a show. That was the wire. I have no money. I'm fucking broke. Stop. Alright, did we just break something? I'm scared that we just broke something. The wire. Ivy's a little feisty little bitch all of a sudden tonight. Look at I know we're recording later. I know your juices may be flowing, Ivy, but guess what? I gotta be professional. So let's calm down. How you doing, Fred? You doing good? I do want to check though that we didn't fuck up this audio, because that's my luck. We'll do an hour worth of podcasting and then we'll be able to use nothing. Oh, you sexy bastards! We're here with another episode. You see, now I'm not huffing and puffing. Look at that. We are not huffing and puffing. I love that I'm 21 years old and I'm proud of myself that I am not huffing and puffing when I went a foot away from my door. I had to chase you down, you little son of a... but listen to me. Ivy's doing good. She's loving she's loving the fame. Now, she doesn't like when I talk for her. The Me Too movement, 2022, woman, how are you? So, she's gonna want to talk for herself, but until she's not made out of fucking cotton. I'm gonna translate. So Ivy doesn't really like when people are DMing me on the twits and the instas. Can we have a three-way with Ivy? Can we go to Build-A-Bear with Ivy? Now, Ivy doesn't enjoy Build-A-Bear. She kind of relates Build-A-Bear to a Spencer's. In the human world, like, you know, when you can go to the Spencer's in the mall, you walk in with your mom for a Rick and Morty shirt and maybe a nice tie-dye blanket, but then you kind of have to say, hey, ma, let's go cash out, ma, don't go back there, because if she goes back 5 feet into the Spencer's, she will see cock, vibrations, and a lot of orgasmic pleasure devices. But you sexy bastards, episode 7 already of Professional Child. I'm happy because we've only had 3 guests on. If you want to count my man Sam being Picasso and drawing on the first pilot episode as a guest, we will have him on. He will be talking one day if he actually wants to be a friend of mine. But we are going to have more guests, and I'm just happy that we have 7 episodes of just pure one-on-one-ness, mainly one-on-one-ness. Crazy Rabbit, Jack the Bus. I am planning on having Tim Hansen on in the future. I will have my man Sam on. I want to get people that you don't even fucking know, and I don't even know. I want to meet people. I want to interact with people that are actually creators, comedians, anything in the, in the genre of making people laugh and having a good time creating stuff. I want to talk to them. So, and any guests you'll see on this podcast, you'll maybe see weed influencers, weed YouTubers that review weed stuff and marijuana brands and strains and shit like that. We're gonna maybe see some comic book, maybe some, some Marvel, DC type people that are fans of that, because I've been getting into the Marvel MCU verse at the Spider-Man and really diving deep into the storyline now with the multiverse going on. People, if you're a Marvel fan and just in general, like MCU fucking, nerd, I'm starting to become one. But I did want to talk about first and foremost that topic right there where recently I went to my friend Vinny's house, Vinny Boombots. If you were a fan of my old podcast with Jack the Bus, It Is What It Is podcast, you could know that my man Vinny Boombots was the man for our segment Boombots Blitz. My best friend Vinny Boombots, it's kind of funny. I'm gonna have to re-explain. For me, I've been doing it since 2015, explaining my relationship relationship and my friendship with Vinny Boombots, but I knew Vinny since we always go back and forth saying how old we actually were, but I say 5, 6. I think he says 6. I still think my mom wanted to push us out of the house really quickly with summer. Like, no, school's one thing, but I'm not having you guys home. It's fucking summer camp, bitch. And I think it was, the youngest was 5, 6, and I believe maybe we were turning 6. So we knew each other for over 10 years now. It has been sincerely a friendship, a brotherhood. I don't call him a friend, I call him a brother. So I went to Vinny Boombots' house, and I told him that I started watching Daredevil after I saw Spider-Man, because now listen, I love, Marvel, and I can get into some DC, Superman, Batman. I like the villains of DC, the Joker, the guy that looks like, his wife, Tiger Woods' wife beat him with a 9-eye, and that guy with the Two-Face. It doesn't really grab me though, like the craziness, and I believe, Marvel really is more for the people than DC. Or DC, I feel like I'm more, hey, listen, we are gonna do what we want to do, we are gonna execute it the way we want to execute it, and that's that. Marvel, I feel, is kind of the same way, but they'll check their Twitter once in a while. Like, they'll say, all right, like, they're not liking this, fuck it, fine, let's do it. DC, I don't think they'll budge. I mean, after Justice League, I know a lot of behind-the-scenes shit happened with that movie, but I feel like a lot of DC shit has gone on in the past. They were like, you know what, fuck that, I don't give a fuck what you want, we're doing this and just that. And I kind of had, the reason why I brought this up is, I'm impossible. Maybe you got angry of what I just said right there if you're a big Marvel or DC fan. I have not a clue what I'm talking about. I am a fan, and when I'm a fan of something, I'm a weird type of fan. Okay, so for example, I love to bust balls, and we had this microphone audio thing on, so if there was a little echo in the fucking recording, that's just my luck, and what are you gonna do? But I remember watching a lot of stuff as a kid, just with a blind eye, like vaguely. Like, I remember watching the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans growing up, and I was watching it in the movie theater, and I was watching Doc go and, throw the fucking change at Spider-Man, and Spider-Man throwing it back, here's your change, and then going back home, going with my mom's purse, running in the living room, hey ma, here's your change, and then getting punished, and then ending up having a lot of childhood trauma. We're living life. Oh my god! Holy fuck! Okay, alright, we get it, you're in jail and you suck. Is this on? Is it on? Hi, so we are back with the third sponsor here. Beautiful that we have support financially for this show. Here we have, I don't wanna, it's a phone, it's not on my, ice. Beautiful, for drinks. It's an attachment sold sep from the water sponsor we had. Not too long ago, the water sponsorship we had. This is sold sep for cold turbo is great for ice. And if we have it, fuck. But then I remember there was like a switch, a little switch that kind of went off in my fucking head that took everything word for word. Realistically, I started to think too much into things like these comic book shows and these movies. Like for example, to be quite frank, because I like to be frank, and to be quite honest with you, I'm going to be frank right now. I can't deal with the corny comic book dialogue in some of these movies. Like, for example, in Daredevil, he has, Froggy, whatever his fucking assistant lawyer's name is, and that's the character that they gotta add in, the typical line of, we gotta get out of here, or, we need backup now, or just stupid bullshit of, you're not thinking what I'm thinking, are you? Those type of little bullshit lines. As a regular fan loving what they're watching, they'll sit back and go, oh shit, oh that's what they're planning on doing. Oh, here's where we're going with this. Oh, sick. Me, I'm like, all right, are we 12? Don't do what I would do. I'm not even relating. I'm not even making a quote as an example of anything specific because I wouldn't do that. I don't speak facts. But For example, I'll give a little bit away. I am working on a project that has to do with comic books, and I'm just reading a lot of dialogue, and I get it. I get that they're writing these comic books for kids. I get it. I get that it's kids. I get that, it has to be. Maybe I'm just fucked up. Maybe I'm just really fucked up in the head and I want everything to be raunchy. Like, I was going through my next comedy album that's going to be happening in 2022. I was going through it with a couple of people in the past few weeks. And I was just giving them the rundown of some of the concepts I've had for my next comedy album. And I sincerely woke up to a main theme that I'm going with, or I'm not purposely going with, but when I was telling them the concepts of some of these jokes and the tracks that I was gonna be, making, Vinny especially, and one other person, Vinny was like, Turbo, is everything okay? Like, are you trying to get out anything from your real life agony or pain that you're trying? And a lot, yes, but not. I don't want to give it away because there will probably be that main theme still on the next comedy album. But I stepped back and I was like, oh shit, every comedy track I'm making does follow this theme. And correlating to what I'm saying here with the Marvel and these kid cartoon. For example, I'm watching Clone Wars now. I'm watching the Star Wars Clone Wars because I always thought, perfect example, being a kid, blonde, albino, Brooklyn raised. I was the kid that, once again, I would take everything word for word and seriously and switch in my head in my childhood. Don't know when, don't know where, don't know why. I love those verbs. Is it a verb? Don't know. We're going to look at, I started looking at everything. Like, for example, where was I going with this? I do need a drink, though. You know what? Fuck this point I was making, because I don't go nowhere with these points. I'm going to get myself some agua. If you haven't used Code Turbo for all of your water intake, I would highly recommend going to your local store, yelling, Turbo! And I think water will be in your system. What are you going to do? So, I was going with this. I'm watching Star Wars. Clone Wars, I was a kid where I didn't think anything cartoon-wise taken for serious, canon. Anything cartoon-wise not canon. So, Clone Wars, I was big into the fucking Star Wars brand. Are you kidding me? Asking my parents for $300 lightsabers when I really did not need a $300 lightsaber. Asking them for the lightsabers. Going crazy in the neighborhood, running around with a plexiglass lightsaber when kids have, water guns and they're shooting shit, and I'm going around with a lightsaber like, let me get your fucking mother! There was a point where I was into all that shit, but then when I was, watching Clone Wars now, whatever, I maybe I'm just a negative fucking dark person. I'm watching, and when Ahsoka, She means nothing to me. Ahsoka, when she's, just fighting with Anakin, whatever the fuck she's doing, she could say a simple thing like, but Master, look at me, or whatever, in a certain tone, and I'm looking at the voice actor didn't have to say it like that. Like, Anakin, it's our only way. Like, I get it, kids, I get it, but the voice, maybe go like, Master, but there ain't no other way. Go somewhere else with it. I hate that typical, I'll call it this. I call it the assistant principal voice. Anytime I watch a show, movie, when it has either that type of tone in the narration, anytime I hear that assistant principal tone, I get aggravated. So anytime you're in school, whatever, you may have gotten this experience, phone call home. Hi, how are you, Mr. or Mrs. Turbo? This is going to be an unfortunate phone call. Your son has gone into a fight. We are gonna have to ask you to come down to the school and so we can talk about it. Thank you guys so much, and you can reach me here with this phone number or fax us here. Thank you guys so much, bye. Now that typical, okay, you hear the words like, your son fucked up. That's the tone we should be using. But instead, we're gonna go like this. We're gonna put a little pitch in the fucking voice. Just so we can sound professional and we're pronunciating every single line in the word. I mean, are we getting it? Are we getting the thing? I could be broken. I could be fucked up. But if I'm watching anything, and they say something corny, whatever, I'm looking at my friend or whoever, not when I'm looking at Ivy when we're watching something, and I'm like, Ivy, you fucking kidding? Are you getting? Al Pacino would not say, "Master, the gates are closed," like he would say, "Master, oh, closed." I mean, can we not, George Lucas, can we not influence a little bit of realness in the tone of voice? I get it, they're in space, galaxy far, far away, zoom, lightsabers, but we need a little bit of balance. A little bit of balance. Just a little bit, and I think would be okay. But that's my problem. I'm reading these comic books, and I'm just cringing with the corniness and some of the lines, and I'm like, but you know what, kids? I get it. It's for you, It's for you, kids. I get it. But I could be fucked up because I guess maybe with my brain, I'm writing a new comedy album. I'm writing scripts here and there and bullshit. I'm going raunchy. I'm going dirty. I'm going, real, and I'm going raw. So I get it. I get, why in a Spider-Man cartoon or a typical, Netflix, series besides Punisher, because that can get crazy. Maybe that's why I love Punisher so much. Maybe that's why it's the only, really Netflix Marvel character series that I watch through and through. Maybe that is why. And I just started watching Daredevil, and Daredevil's stick. I guess it didn't really, I guess his stick didn't stick with me really well. But I get why they can't have, a little go fuck yourself in Star Wars. I get why. Okay. I could have been an all-star athlete. I mean, I don't want to go there, but I got something that I think I could have contributed into the league. Any league, to be honest with you. I was watching the All-Star Weekend, NBA, and I have a nice relationship with the All-Star Weekend. One year, actually, my dad was working on a stadium. He does construction. He was working on a stadium, and I was, how old? I was 11. Just started playing Little League basketball. Now, Little League basketball can go two ways. You can join an organization where they're like, it's all fun. Go, run on the hardwood floor, slide and burn your leg, and if it happens, we're going to cancel the rest of the day because we don't want no boo-boos on the court. That could happen. Or you can have a league that go, hey, pooh, you're fucking nothing. So funny enough, the timing was perfect. I stopped playing Little League basketball. My father's doing construction on the Barclays Center, the Brooklyn Nets home of basketball in Brooklyn, the Barclays Center. So he's working on the Barclays Center. He gets a call. He's like, hey, you guys are working on an NBA facility. The NBA wants to compensate you for your hard work. They got you free tickets and a flight to the NBA All-Star Weekend in Orlando, Florida. Ha! Are you fucking kidding me? So now we go to Orlando, Florida. I'm in All-Star Weekend now. I'm on the court. We're looking around. Spike Lee's over there. Kevin Garnett's doing warm-up free throws. I'm talking to him. I'm talking trash to him because I'm a Laker fan, and I'm just talking trash to Kevin Garnett. And then right away, I see Michael Jordan in the celebrity area where they're doing the broadcast with TNT. I see Michael Jordan walk by. He goes, hey, little man, how you doing? I high-five Michael Jordan. His hands felt like a ball sack. And when I high-fived Michael Jordan's hand, I realized all this was a lie. I made it all up, and how dare you, sitting through all of that without even saying to yourself, wait a minute, 2011, I don't think 2011's All-Star Game was in Orlando, Florida. You didn't even research. You didn't even fucking research. You imbecile and embarrassment to your family. I'm gonna have to call Child Protective Services on your parents, because if anybody can raise a son or a daughter or however you identify yourself, a werewolf, I could understand, but you should have learned that I fucking lie. But I was watching the All-Star Weekend, and it was great. The dunk contest sucked. Okay, whoever picks these players for the dunk contest, they really have a blindfold on, and they really definitely go, all right, who is 2 feet tall and Bryant hasn't dunked all year. We're getting the lineup going. I don't like it. The three-point contest was amazing. Karl Anthony Towns showed that a big man can win a three-point contest once again. And I love the NBA All-Star Weekend. I mean, besides that fake story that you should be ashamed of yourself for believing, I remember always watching All-Star Weekend no matter what I was doing. If I wasn't focused on the NBA season at all before that, if I was really focused on baseball in the winter, trying to get ready for the summer, I would still watch the All-Star Weekend because it is crazy how the All-Star Weekend for NBA is the most broadcast. I mean, the MLB All-Star Game is probably underneath that. But in all sports, the Pro Bowl, no one gives a fuck about that because the next week's the Super Bowl. They can't fuck about that shit. So, I mean, there's a ton of stuff that really does go down in sports for All-Star Weekends. But NBA basketball is the best. And I can't, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Every time I'm watching basketball or like a highlight or anything on Twitter, Instagram comes up about Kobe Bryant, it's still a depressing. I mean, it's over how many years now? It was 2020 when he passed away, so 2 years that he passed away, and his daughter, and among all the other people on that helicopter that crashed. Craziness, and I can't, I was just sad, but I can't remember a year that I didn't focus on the All-Star Game. I mean, rest in peace to my grandma also. I remember 1 year driving my sister to the airport because she was going to Italy with her school, and then going to my grandma's house to sleep over and watching the All-Star Game, the All-Star Weekend there, and making sure she had NBA TV and all that shit, and I was watching NBA All-Star Weekend, watching the three-point contest, and hey, Ivy, stop. I hurt my chest. I thought I could be an all-star. I thought seeing the swooshes, seeing the dunks, I really thought I could have made it. I called my dad right away. I said, Dad, I could have made an all-star. Like I could have made the league if I wanted to apply for a college and go to a basketball school. I can make it. And he was like, you should go on medication. And he prescribed me a psychiatrist. But I didn't know how hard, though, it really is to stay in the fucking NBA. I was watching a documentary, and it's just fucking the first of all, the fitness, the shape these players are in. Okay, for every sport, the shape you have to be in to put your body through game after game, sport, whatever you play, especially football. That's why after football, you're walking around like 13 machines just to get your heart pumping after you're done and retired, because the shit you have to go through in sports. I mean, look at Dirk Nowitzki. God bless Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki, the man that crushed my Lakers dream when I was a Lakers fan when they were going to the playoffs in 2000. I mean, I'm not lying now. 2011, I believe they were going to go for a three-peat, and Dirk Nowitzki won the fucking finals that year. He is walking like he's walking on hot coal. Like, it's so sad. It's sad, which made me think I have a body better than them. Do you see this bat? It may be backwards. I don't give a fuck, but it says turbo. You see? Here we go. I got it this way. Here we go. It's not backwards. No, but maybe. Okay, it's still backwards. Maybe it is. Turbo. You see the number of the bat? You see it? Number 24. Turbo. I could go pro now. And I'm not even talking about baseball. I'm talking about basketball. I will show up to the court with a fucking bat. Yo, sign me. But I really was watching basketball that weekend, and I said I could become a pro athlete if I really gave up on comedy tomorrow and I decided to train, go to the park, maybe twice a week. I don't want to. So twice a week, we'll go to the park. I'll swoosh a couple. I'll try to dunk. I'll do the calf lifts. You know what I'm saying? All the kids in junior high school that would try to dunk on you, they would do the calf lifts. During social study projects, they would be doing calf lifts. I do the calf lifts. I'll do that 3 times a week. I'll go harder on the calf lifts. And I can already feel tearing right now. But I'm going to be doing these. And I think I could be the next MJ23. I could be Michael Jordan. I mean, look at the players. The 75 all Hall of Fame NBA players were being ceremonied at the NBA All-Star Weekend this weekend. And actually, you know what's funny? Those calf raises is making me huff and puff. Ivy, call the cops. In all honesty, I don't think right away. I think a couple of years I could be, but not, right away like I was saying. But a couple of years, in all honesty, no, joking aside, I believe in 5 years I could be a pro. But we're not going there right now because I don't want to give away all my secrets and how my process and my journey is going to be. Documentary coming soon. So, life of a scammer. I've been watching YouTube channels, okay, that has to deal with these scamming motherfuckers. Now, okay, if anybody, and I have a couple of these stories, hopefully the mic isn't getting fucked up. I need to drink my sponsored water, which is filled with nutrients and vitamins. So if you don't know this YouTuber, Kit Boga, and I cannot remember the name of this other YouTuber, but I really love both of them and all of them that I really find. Any YouTuber, but especially Kit Boga, I've been watching. Thank you for Vinny Boombots for showing me. Kit Boga. He is a guy that he loves, the calls you get, the scam likely calls, that sometimes when you answer the scam likely calls, they are just a fucking operator. But if you get the scam likely calls, that sometimes a guy in fucking Bombay, Bangladesh, wherever the fuck, he's calling you saying that, a car registered in your name, so it was found on the road, flipped upside down with a placenta and cocaine residue all over. Yeah, you're going to jail. So, okay, of course the camera fucks up when I mention placenta and cocaine. But then you get a lot of other scammers that say, oh, your Amazon, your Microsoft, whatever the hell, has renewed and $300 is going to be taken out of your account. Would you like to cancel or renew? Everyone says cancel, and they make you go to Toys R Us or Babies R Us, get $5,000 in gift cards, and give it to them that way because that's smart. But a lot of these scammers get fucking caught. Guess what? My sister! Oh, Ivy, you met her before you cursed her out. I love you for that. Ivy saw my sister spit in her eye and said, you witch. I honestly, I was hard after that. But I remember my sister calling me or whoever with the news, the great news, saying, oh, my iTunes or Apple service it's hacked. It's hacked. I gotta go. I gotta give him my social. I gotta give him my numbers. I gotta give him my money. That is what my sister did. Thank God she didn't give the social. She didn't give anything really serious. She gave, however, her credit card number, and she gave him $300 or I believe $250, just to, so she burned it, just saying, oh yeah, protect my Apple Care. Now knowing the bullshit memos and the shit they show you or how they take control of your computer, whatever the fuck, knowing what they probably told my sister, like, okay, you're gonna have to shut off your computer, throw it in the microwave, and nuke it for a good 2, and then you want to go to Arrow Pastel and get a couple of gift cards. It's fucking true. I'm telling you, God knows. So anyway, she got scammed, but then she called her bank. They understood she was a ditzy fucking female, and they gave her back her money. But the thing is, I love watching when people scam the scammers or fuck the scammers over because they know their script. They know they have software on their whatever, hacked, implemented PC they made to fuck over the scammer software, whatever the case may be. So I used to do it myself. I had a video that pretty much had me calling because I used to have a laptop that was fucked. A lot of porn. And I remember there was a pop-up. Always came up when I opened Chrome. There would be a pop-up. Yo, Microsoft is down. You're being hacked by Russia. Call this number. So I, being bored, and the only thing I had going for me was the Szechuan sauce release from McDonald's that was getting me through life. I was calling these scammers because I had nothing else better to fucking do. So I called the scammer like, hi, how are you? I'm very nervous. I use this computer for my work. I wasn't as good as the guy Kid Boga. He makes characters. Okay, this was still a part of my life, and I was still a very insecure blonde albino that didn't have a voice, so I was very So I was calling them, just being like serious, and then being like, "Hi, gay," and then you start hanging up. So I didn't really have that much material at the time, but I was calling them, just fucking with them, like, "Hey, how you doing? How's India? Is the sand hot?" Just bullshit. And I remember my grandma, God rest her soul, coming over saying, hey, grandma, you want to have some fun with people in Bombay, India? And she's like, what? Amazon? So we walk in, and she walks in my room. I open up my laptop, and boom, the ad comes up. It wasn't only a Microsoft ad. It was one of those, you want to play a game in last 2 seconds? Grandma, it's you want to make it's Jeopardy's new advertisement. They're trying to get a younger audience. But I remember showing my grandma I would fuck with these people, and I made a YouTube video about it at one point. And this guy Keboga, he does characters to where he gets to the exact point to where they tell him, okay, go to Google, go to Target. This is what they do. You ready? Here's the basic scam that they do. And if you or any of your loved ones may have experienced this, call a lawyer, call God, do what you gotta do. They would tell you, I don't know if you owe this money. No, yeah, something about your fucking warranty, whatever. It got deducted. We're going to give you your refund because they fuck with the HTML. They don't even do anything seriously. They change the overlay on your screen. They change the HTML of your bank account or whatever. And this guy would have a fake bank account, and they'd go, oh my God, we have mistakenly. What did you do? There was an error. Whatever. We refunded you $4,000 instead of $400. You gotta send us this money back. The only way you can send us this money back is with Google Play cards. I'm done. And I gotta be, because I think about my grandma. I think about my grandma and my fucking, at the time, 21-year-old sister getting scammed like this. Because people are gullible enough to get scared because they like to scare. They're honest, they're scum. They make people scared. This guy has an old lady character, make them believe. Sometimes they make believe like, yeah, your grandson's dead. Yeah, your grandson is fucked. We found him in a bathroom with a fucking gerbil in his asshole. He's fucked. You gotta go give us Google Play cards to save his life. Like, what? Like, how these people go, oh my God, I'm getting in my car, Richard, and then they think downloading Subway Surfer is gonna save his life. I don't know. I really don't know. God bless. I mean, God bless. But do I like watching this happen? Yes. Do I also like sometimes, because sometimes on one of the channels they show like they listen to because this guy can hack into the calls happening not for him, and he's making you hear the people actually getting scammed, and he intercepts the call before they can actually give him money. Sometimes the people don't answer, a guy trying to save him, whatever. But I just that's making me think though. Like, I'm broke as it is. Should I get started? Like, what the fuck? Like, I know the ins and outs now. I know the weak points. I know the script. I know where we can go with this. Ivy, take notes. I think we could make bank if we say we have your uterus. We go after females. Ivy, take notes. We go after females. We say hi. We get like a OBGYN roster. Like, all the people that went to an OBGYN near me go on Yahoo, Bing. We'll Bing it. And we'll get a roster list of every female, pregnant, non-preg, whatever. Make sure they don't have COVID. And we'll make sure that we'll call them and say, hey, your uterus you put on ice. We have it. So if you want your uterus back and how we got it, we won't tell you unless you give us Olive Garden gift cards, Pro Bass Shop gift cards, or you can buy a variety pack of any Walmart, Target, Macy's gift card brands that are acceptable. So we can do that. Because we're going after like ovaries. I'm sorry. We're going after body parts. I can make bank, but I'm not going to because I'm scared. And to be honest with you, one time when I was a kid, I stole, not even joking to you, I'll pull it up right here because I still eat them because I'm a junkie. Blow pops, Charms blow pops with the bubble gum that I swallow. I stole one of these from a 99-cent store when I had to be 8 years old. I stole it. You could say old enough, but what are you gonna do? I stole one of these. My father had money. He could have bought me a fucking truckload of these. Now listen. I stole one of these because I was a kid and I was like, I'm gonna get over on this fucking ox, so I'm gonna get a blow pop. I, being the kid that was like, I'm gonna show my dad the move I just did. I pull out the fucking lollipop. I look what I stole, and all the way up until the block. He threatened, like he pulled me by the fucking ear and he said, we're gonna go back and we're gonna tell him that you stole a lollipop. And I was like, nah! So if I peed my pants for that incident, you want me to do a scam operation? You want me and Ivy a plush uterus? I didn't say it! You want us to do an operation? Like fucking like Guantanamo Bay style? We're not doing that. We're not like that. I'm not even, can I do long division? That's a test. But all I gotta say is, please don't get scammed. I love messing with these scammers, so if you get a scam likely call, answer and have fun. I mean, honestly, what else you got going on? Dude, it's 2022. We're in tough times, okay? We're not always gonna be getting fucking DMs with blondes and our DMs asking for sloppy top, okay? My DMs are filled with memes and memes and memes. I mean, listen, call a scammer. Have fun. Do what you want to do. I mean, don't give them your information, but if you want to give them, like if you know someone who died in the area and you want to mess around, like, I mean, listen, do what you want to do. I don't condone. I'm not signing off. But at the end of the day, we don't have anything else going on for us besides blow pop. So go to your local 99-cent store, get your blow pop, go watch Daredevil and Star Wars, and write to the writers, why isn't there enough nipple in this show? Turbo doesn't like it. Would you love to see more guests on the show? I will look at your questions and your recommendations in the comments down below. I have a Twitter. I also have an Instagram. I used to have a MySpace, but it got hacked. It got scammed. Motherfuck! Ivy! How do I show... Ivy, it says you gotta take your plan B. Ivy...